Sir Alex Ferguson famously said, the run into the title, he said, this is squeaky bum time. This is more than that.
Okay.
This is more than squeaky bum time.
Is there more than squeaky? I don't want to know what's worse than squeaky bum time, guys.
Tony, what I would say to you is...
I don't know if we can look at
Arsenal didn't play like this at the start of the season. It didn't play like this for the first
There's not nearly as much. You don't, as a player, you don't feel that pressure at the beginning of the season. You're feeling it now. You're 3 points ahead of the team that's done it better in the Premier League than anybody over the last 10 years. It's been City. They've been here. They know how to do it. That's why you're feeling it right now.
I spoke to one of the people calling the game at the stadium as well. I said, what was the atmosphere like? He said, so nervy, so flat. And I saw a couple of social media feeds as well. Honestly, it was like a library.
So if you're a fan feeling this, what do you think you're feeling in as a player? When you're walking out of the tunnel, what do you think that you, of course you feel that way. It's the same way. But, like, I don't know, you're an Arsenal fan. Yeah. Did you think this was going to be easy?
No, of course not. I don't think you ever expected it to be easy.
But did you think it would be this painful?
Yeah, I think I did expect it to be this painful because it's the Premier League stuff, and you've been through it before.
As an Arsenal fan.
But at the same time, Nigel Reo-Coker came on after the match and had a reaction here for our CBS Golazo YouTube channel and was saying that he blames the fans for some of that nerviness.
That's nonsense.
What do you think about that stuff? Because the fans are just going to be feeling whatever they're seeing, right? What you see is influencing directly how you feel. And for Arsenal fans, it's been what they've seen year after year after year. So it's on Mikel Arteta and it's on these players who, not a lot of them have been in this exact position before.
Gabby Jesus is the only one with a title winner's medal in the whole club. Ali, and I think, that's part of the problem.
It's PTSD from the fans. It really is, because they've seen this movie before, where they've had an opportunity and they bottle it. And we've seen it a few times now with Arsenal. So that's why you have that anxiety with the fans. That's why you have that nervous feeling in the stands. If they would have won a Premier League title a few years ago, even in this situation, the anxiety wouldn't be as high because you've had that win. You've had that trophy in your cabinet. And now they don't have it. So that stress is going to come through to the fans. But how can you blame the fans when the fans are just reacting to what they're seeing, like you mentioned? The players are going to feel that anxiety as well. Of course. They want to win. They want to have that trophy.
And they clearly did. You see the reactions after the game, just like dropping to the ground, the exhales. I mean, you can
Is that the pictures of me on?
That was,
Didn't we kind of see this with PSG in Champions League for years? Everyone said, they keep bottling it. They keep spending all this money, and then they blamed it on the league. And then now you feel like they've gotten one Champions League. Like they look a little bit more comfortable in the moment that they're in right now. I'd argue in most of the years that Arsenal fans say they bottled it and Arteta bottled it.
I don't buy that.
They weren't the best team in the league.
Man City took it from them more than them bottled it. But that's the narrative on social media, and that's the narrative amongst the fans.
But there's two problems here. One, this is nothing like a vintage Manchester City side. You look at the game, and the inexplicable Liverpool drop off this season, and the depth of squad Arsenal had this season. This was their best chance of years. Also, as well, the gentleman behind you, Mikel Arteta. For me, this is all on him. If they win the league, it's down to him. If they don't win the league, it's down to him. He's the coach. He coaches the way they play. So the way they played at the weekend, he dictates that.
And it's not just how they play, it's also what's between the ears, and it's making sure that the team has the right vibe amongst it. But so you made it sound like if Arsenal do not win the title, that you would categorize it as bottling. You had said something.
No, I didn't say bottling. Okay. No, I don't like that expression.
Okay, so then, but...
This year more than others,
would you
I would say.
Yeah, you said this year more than others. So if City do come in and win it, is it more of a case of Arsenal bottling it compared to past years where you were saying City were just a better team and they came and took it?
I just don't like the word bottle.
Okay.
I just don't like it. They
gave away the league then. If they don't win, is this year they let it slip away more than other seasons?
Yeah, I would say so. It was there in the hands. Also, as well, it's not because they lost to Man City, as I keep saying. It's when they lost to Bournemouth, when they drew with Wolves. It's all the drop points elsewhere and the way they played then. And ultimately, if you do not have the stuff of champions, you will not be champions. But Arsenal won at the weekend. There's only 4 games to go. It's not guaranteed that Manchester City will win all their games. Yeah. Also, as well, should Arsenal win the title, you watch the dynamic. I'll be sitting here. I told you there was never a doubt in my mind. It was always nailed on. He's the greatest coach ever.
And our production staff would do an incredible job of bringing back all of our own clips right after you said that.
Including the one where you said that you weren't watching the game this weekend.
No, I watched it. I watched it.
Okay.
I watched the whole game, but I was just amazed at the amount of Arsenal fans just couldn't watch.
Yeah.
Couldn't watch.
Stressful times. Well, Arsenal, they did get the win this weekend, as we know, 1-0, the final score. And that's kind of been the trend for Arsenal in their recent matches. 1 goal or less for the Gunners in their last 7 games, which isn't great, especially in the Premier League, given how important goal difference might be, with Manchester City, of course, as we know, scoring goals at a very high volume and having a player like Erling Haaland in the squad. So Arsenal, yes, they're, of course, up for the Premier League title. They're also up for a Champions League title as well. If they can get past Atlético Madrid, they'll kick that off this week. Both teams haven't been in the best of form. Tony, I know you're going to be on the call for that one. What are you anticipating there, and do you see the Gunners getting to the final here?
Well, if I listen to Jeff, both teams are going to stay on either side of midfield, and that's it. The ball to each other. It's going to be a battle. Look, this Atleti side, if you know their history over the last month or so, it's been even longer. It's been Cholo Simeone just rotating during the league. There's really nowhere for them to go. They can't win the league. They're not going to get knocked out of Champions League position.
Look at that result, second. You know, it's their performances against Barcelona.
Oh, and they've put everything into the cups. Remember, they lost to Sociedad in the cup final. All the resources were put into that. We looked it up. It's been since the middle of March that Julian Alvarez has even started a game in La Liga. If you go back to the game prior to that Barcelona result, they made 10 changes. Juan Musso, the goalkeeper, was the only guy that Cholo Simeone played in a league game, which they lost. I think it was Sevilla. It's the Sevilla loss. That's the one. So he's put all his eggs into a cup basket. Right, so he's going to have his strongest side against Arsenal, as will Arsenal have their strongest. I think he's been able to do more to save the legs of his players than Mikel Arteta has been able to do to save the legs of his players.
Well, and
unfortunately, Ali, Tony is spot on.
Well, and the thing we haven't talked about.
Running on fumes.
You're right. Yeah.
And we also don't know what the status of Kai Havertz or Eberechi Eze is going to be. Both those players had to leave the Newcastle game early. I mean, not just for this tie with Atletico Madrid, but for the Premier League slate as well. That is worrisome times.
Yeah, big time. Obviously, we need to see exactly what those injuries are and how long they may be out. But you saw Eze obviously having the goal this weekend. He has a massive impact. Kai Havertz, to me, I feel like he's undervalued. Every time he gets an opportunity, he provides something for the team, whether that's a goal, whether that's an assist, whether that's just confidence in attacking third. And if he's out for a bit of time, obviously some other injuries that they're dealing with in that front line, it might be tough for them.
Keyword, confidence. I think you doubters on this desk got it all wrong. Listen, we are top of the Premier League. We are in the semi-finals of the Champions League for the 2nd season running. We are the mighty Arsenal, and you'll all be proven wrong.
Jeff this morning looking in the mirror, positive affirmations. Arsenal are going to win the title. Arsenal are going to win the title.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.